MSNBC's Nicole Wallace had actor Jeff Daniels on and had some important questions to ask him about our favorite topic, Russia. Let's take a listen.
A question about the miniseries. I mean, do you think that there is an explanation that is known to all of us yet for why all the lies about Russia?
It's not known to us yet, no. No, it's not known to us yet. But if it were a Hollywood script, they would kick it back because the bad guy's too obvious. I mean, look.
That's certainly...
I mean, it's just a badly written bad guy. I mean, it's so transparent. And the fact that I believe it was the New York Times today wrote an article about Putin reaching out to maybe call a truce on the cyberspace thing with, America,
right.
Though admitting nothing, right? That's Putin getting into the lifeboat on the Titanic. Okay? What are they talking about in Helsinki? What were, all the stuff? I mean, there's all of that. The tax returns that he won't show us. It's so obvious. And where is he getting the money? Where did he get all the money? And I mean, all roads, as Speaker Pelosi said, all roads lead to Putin. And, time's running out. This is a bad movie we're living through. That's what this is. If it weren't so life and death, it's a bad movie.
Oh, my God. First of all, why are you interviewing Jeff Daniels about, foreign policy and, taking seriously his views on this? And I love the, we don't know yet. You all have been digging into this for years and years and years and years. He name-checked the tax returns. We have the tax returns. And look,
right here.
Tax returns are not a complete picture of anyone's finances, but we heard for years that once we got the tax returns, then all the Russian connections would be exposed. They weren't. Please let it go.
It's horrible. I mean, if you want a real snapshot into boomer brain, there it is, right there. I mean, just, the Times and the Putin, and as Speaker Pelosi said, it leads back to Putin. It's sad, honestly. And look, I mean, these people have power and influence, and it makes me sad. I like Jeff Daniels.
I honestly don't even blame him because he's just like any of the rest of anybody being fed this for years and years and years and believing, credulously believing journalists who were presenting this information. So you can hardly blame him for coming away with this string of talking points. What is really egregious is that there's never any correcting the record. They never let it go. It's always it's the next stone that we unturn. That's the one under which all the Russians are going to be living. And then also treating as serious on national security issues like the opinion of an actor who doesn't have any special knowledge or insight into this particular topip.
No, exactly. And look at the grin. She's like, say the Putin thing.
She has that same...
It's insane.
She has that same... remember that interview she did with Joe Biden where she treated him like her favorite uncle? Yes. It's the same interview style and approach, the uncomfortable laughing and the sort of kid gloves on the actor as well.
It's so embarrassing, the entire thing, both for the network. I mean, and look, I guess I don't really blame him. I mean, he, like you said, he's a consumer of news and he's liberal, so whatever. But it's incumbent, if you're on a news network, not to just float this to complete nonsense. And you have this guy on, he's spouting these outright conspiracy theories. That thing about the cybersecurity report, we just looked it up. Actually, I don't think it has anything to do with Trump and Putin. It was more about an election détente, about talking about hacking in order to ensure we don't have worse relations going forward, something I think is probably a good thing. And once again, I mean, you're just floating it as outright conspiracy. And you can also see the role in which leaders like Nancy Pelosi play, in which he's like, well, just like Speaker Pelosi, all roads lead back. This is the damage that they have done to our popular culture. This is a rich person who just made a crazy, deranged conspiracy movie on HBO about the, inside the Comey stuff right before the election. I mean, this is the reality of what Russiagate has wrought upon our popular culture, is a former Bush person looking like a fool interviewing an actor about supposedly Putin and Trump. It's nuts.
It is a little nuts. And it's just amazing to me. They actually, in their world, it really is all roads lead to Russia or lead to Putin, or at least all synapses do.
Yes.
They have this remarkable ability to turn literally every story into something about that, or to believe that there are hidden Russian influences behind anything. I mean, it gives the country, if you're worried about Russian influence, they have single-handedly given to Russia so much more influence and power than they rightfully have earned or deserved or meddled in order to achieve.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
All right, well, I'm more rising for you after this.